Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. Today we're going to do a quick recipe. We are going to ferment cucumbers. We are doing lactose fermenting. We will be making these. Some people call them deli pickles. Really easy. What we're going to be using to make our brine is 2 cups of water, filtered. Chlorine's been removed. You can let it sit however you need to. This has just been run through the Berkey. We're going to get 1 tablespoon of kosher salt or sea salt, and you get your cucumbers and whatever spices or herbs you need to add into it. More to come. Okay guys, now we're back. Got some cucumbers that we have grown, picked them yesterday from the garden, and we are going to cut the ends off. The ends where the blossoms were have an enzyme that can make it taste bitter and not ferment well. So we're going to remove those. We're just putting garlic in here this time, and we're going to get started. If you're using a larger container, you just make as much of the 2 cups water to 1 tablespoon salt as you need to fill up whatever crock or jar that you're using. We're just going to use this 1 quart ball mason jar. More to come. Okay guys, now we're back. We've added the kosher salt, and one reason that you want to use like kosher or sea salt is because this doesn't have any iodine in it, and you don't want to use iodized salt. We're going to let that dissolve. We're going to cut the cucumbers up. I'm going to do these in spears, and I'm going to crush the garlic and just set them in there. So we're going to go ahead and get these loaded up. More to come. Okay guys, now we're back, and I cut them into spears and just jammed them in there. Sometimes it's easier to lay them on their side and just push them all in. Let's see. Our salt, water, brine, just about dissolved. And we'll see how much we have left. It's perfect. You want to cover completely with a saltwater brine. It's going to absorb a little bit, so it's going to take it down. Now we're going to cover this, and I'll show you how we're going to use it. We're going to use just a bag. They make special covers to let the air out, but to keep the fermentation process going. So as it off gases, the gas escapes, but the oxygen can't get down to the fruits. And again, I'm sorry I'm having to use a cell phone. I'm still waiting on my camera to come back from the shop. But this extra we'll pour into the bag and use it to make the seal. I'll show you. More to come. Okay guys, now we're back. That extra saltwater brine that we had, we're going to put in the bag, and then we are going to insert it. I'm going to kind of tuck it in, and we'll squeeze the air out of the bag so it will form a kind of a seal. That way the off-gassing can come up beside the bag, but we don't really get any more oxygen introduced. There we go. I'll let a little bit of water out in just a second of the bag. Now, you will get a small amount of white scum that's going to develop on there, and it's just a byproduct of the fermentation process. You can take a spoon or a piece of cheesecloth, dab it out, and then if you need to add any more of the brine to the quart, just add to it. And we're going to let this sit for 4 days, room temperature, not in direct sunlight, just kind of out of the way, maybe up on top of a refrigerator or something out of the way, but still where you can see it. And then in 4 days, fermented pickles. Lacto fermentation, really good for your gut health. This is what everybody buys the pills to do. That's it. All right, guys, in just a second, you're going to see a picture of my ugly mug pop up over here, as well as my beautiful wife. On the other side are going to be some videos if we are indeed your brand of wacky. As always, take care of your people.